What's good, y'all? I'm Chief the OG, and welcome back to the Rich Before 30 podcast. Today, we're picking up on Chapter 2, Action of the book Rich Before 30 by Gavin Chief Meredith. Last episode, we spoke about learning from your losses and pushing forward with more action. We also spoke about preparing for change and being prepared for change. Have you set yourself up to welcome the opportunities that come your way? This week's topics will be about doing everything first class, investing in yourself, exercising your power of belief, and strengthening your own mental well-being. We will now continue with Chapter 2, Action of the book Rich Before 30 by Gavin Chief Meredith. If you're reading along, we're beginning on page 57.
Don't think negatively and with fear. Think confidently and act confidently. Test yourself and see how big you can really think. Dress and look important because it helps you think important. Hype yourself up. Listen and explain all the reasons you're great to yourself. Do everything first class. Share and work with attitudes that will help you get what you want. Become enthusiastic about your life. Become more likable by not carrying around the weight of negativity. Master the technique of only thinking good thoughts about yourself and others. Keep thinking big even when you lose. Make a habit of action. Stop sitting around and waiting to move on your ideas. Use action to get rid of fear and gain confidence. Defeat is only a state of mind. Begin investing in yourself for future profit. When you think of success, a lot of forms of positivity come along with it, whether it's financial gain, happiness, or freedom. Success means continually finding satisfaction from life. Success means winning. Success is the goal of life. Everyone wants the best out of life. No one likes living at the bottom or in mediocrity. Most people confuse belief with wishful thinking. When you believe you can do it, the how-to will follow. If you believe that it is possible to reach the top, you will see exactly that. But a small number of people really believe they will succeed. Everything they do is with the attitude and intent of making it to the top. It's not impossible. These people take note from the people who have accomplished success. They learn how successful people approach problems and make decisions. They also observe how they interact with people. The how to do it will come to the person who first believes they can do it. As an example, I'll use my wife. My wife began her own business filming and posting videos on YouTube. When she began her journey, friends and family all told her that the YouTube field of work was oversaturated and that she lacked experience. But from all the information my wife had gathered, she knew that she could make over $100,000 a month. On top of that, she had studied her competition and knew that she had something unique. She expected to make mistakes, but she had a strong belief that she would be successful. In a very short time, she was. She gained thousands of subscribers and began making thousands in income. Many YouTubers take years to make these accomplishments. My wife's belief in herself and her capability of thinking big led her straight to the success that she had envisioned. I have an older cousin who specializes in computer programming and graphic design. He told me once about an $80,000 job he received with a deadline of 4 weeks. He works alone, and other, much larger companies were asked to do the same job. The larger companies all declined the job offer. They all said the task was too large and the time limit was too short. My cousin, on the other hand, had belief that he could get it done. Hell, in his mind, he knew he could get it done. He handled the project, met the deadline, and enjoyed his payday. Those who believe they can move mountains will. Belief triggers the power to do. Belief that we could fly through the air ultimately led to the airplane. Believe you can succeed, and you will. The I'll try, but I don't think it'll work attitude leads to failure. Think doubt and fail. Think victory and succeed. I have a younger cousin who has an issue with keeping a job. He has what I like to call the second best attitude. He refers to most people as if they are his superior, using phrases like big homie or you the boss. In his mind, he's showing reverence and respect for whomever he's talking to. But what he fails to realize is what this type of talk is doing to his own mental well-being. This attitude is disappointing to me. I speak with him about having the power within himself to create whatever life he desires and whatever outcome he can visualize. But if he thinks that these people whom he refers to as big homie or boss are smarter and overall more capable than he is, there is no way he will ever reach their level of success and happiness. There is nothing special about these people other than that they believe they are the best, therefore they act as the best. It is always okay to show respect to a leader or teacher, but do not worship them. Always believe that you can do better or go farther. When you carry the attitude of being second best, you do exactly that. Every action is indeed second best. If you believe you are unimportant, everything you do will be done with a sense of unimportance. This leads to others seeing you as unimportant. Then from your mind to your actions, you become less and less important to yourself and the people around you. Just the same for the person who believes they are important. They believe they should receive much, and they do. Everything this important person does shows that they indeed are an important person. You are a product of your own thoughts. Believe you will be successful and grow to be successful.
I used to use this phrase all the time when I was a kid. You look good, you feel good. Now as an athlete, the phrasing went look good, feel good, play good. My football coaches would hate this phrasing. Specifically because it insinuates that if you dress nicely, you're going to play better. And in football, it's a really dirty game. So the coach's perspective was, if you play well, then you look good. But that's not always the case, and it's not really how people's minds work. In athletics and in life, looking confident and looking the role makes you feel more confident. Therefore, this confidence produces confident results. For instance, in sports, when a team comes out dressed nicer than the other team, they feel more superior. In their mind, they're mentally superior. Not saying that the team who wasn't dressed as nice couldn't come out and win, but the more nicely dressed team absolutely believes that they've got the win in the bag. Let's apply it to our everyday lives. When you wake up, shower, and get dressed, don't just put on anything. Get dressed for the role that you want to play in your everyday life. Get dressed to be the person that you want to be. Dress up as the superstar you see yourself being. Dress up as the best version of yourself every day. In turn, it'll make you feel good. It'll make you feel confident. And your actions will follow. Look good, feel good. Most people confuse belief with wishful thinking. They're two different things. Belief is knowing that you can do it. Wishful thinking is more of a hope. Now, hoping and wishing will get you nowhere. But believing is where your strength lies. Your confidence lies in your belief that you can get something done. The person who believes they can will accomplish it. In the book, I use examples of my wife and my cousin. To begin, I'll start with the story of my wife. She began her YouTube channel. She had seen many YouTubers with great success, making over $100,000 a month. She knew that this was the life that she wanted for herself. So she began on her YouTube journey. Some asked, why even try in an oversaturated field? Of course, she paid no mind to those who didn't support her and only paid attention to those who did. She gained new fans, mostly out of her friend zone. Almost all people she doesn't know at all. These are people who were interested in her and what she was talking about, and not the people she grew up around who had negativity to spread. The ones who she know, the ones closest to you, will be the ones who give you negative opinions and say, oh, I don't know if you can go for it and do it. But people you don't know will be your biggest supporters. In short, don't listen to the negative opinions of others. Believe in yourself and take action. At the end of the day, her YouTube's doing great. She's getting paid thousands of dollars a month, and she's happy doing it. I give another example of how, with belief, anything can be done. My cousin is a graphic designer and a web designer. He actually got a gig for $80,000. Now, this company who paid him, they tried to contract with other larger companies, but the larger company said the job was too large of a task. They said it was too much work and too short of a time frame. But my cousin had belief he could do it, and he did. Something that a large company was not willing to do and said they were incapable of. My cousin, a one-man show, had belief that he could get the job done. He knocked it out and got his payday. Belief triggers the power to do. If you think fail, you'll fail. If you think success, you will succeed. The I don't think it'll work but I'll try attitude always leads to failure. Don't carry the attitude of being second best. I mentioned my cousin who does this, referring to people as boss or big homie. I would advise against this because it hurts your mental well-being and places you mentally in a lower status. You give yourself this second best attitude, whether it's consciously or subconsciously. It's okay to show respect to someone, but don't worship them. Always believe that you are capable of doing the same, if not more. You have the power within yourself to create whatever life you desire, whatever outcomes you desire to see. When you look to outside sources to help you gain success, you take the control out of your hands. When you think of yourself as second best, it leads to you losing confidence and thinking of yourself as unimportant, therefore leading to everything you do to be done with a sense of unimportance. This leads to people treating you with a sense of unimportance. In closing, dress important, think important, and everything you do will be done with a sense of importance. So believe you will be successful and grow to be successful. If you haven't already, be sure to pick up a copy of my book, Rich Before 30 by Gavin, Chief Meredith, available on Amazon. I'm Chief the OG. This is the Rich Before 30 podcast. See you next time.